From the National Information Technology Development Agency, Nitda. This is Nitda Impact, your guide to a digital Nigeria.
Recent statistic has shown that over 4 billion of the world's population are internet users, meaning you can be harassed, bullied, and mistreated online just like on the streets. The online space has much greater advantages if properly utilized, but what happens when the unexpected happens to you just because you're an internet user? We all need to be protected. On Nitda Impact today, we will be talking IT regulations, the strategic interventions of Nitda in entrenching cyber law in Nigeria. To be a part of this program, kindly log on to our website www.nitda.gov.ng or interact with us on all our social media handles displayed right on your screens. This and more after this break. I am Edidiong Frank.
This is Nitda Impact, your guide to a digital Nigeria.
Let's take a sneak peek at today's program. The news headlines. Digital Nigeria Day, 24th October, is set aside annually to celebrate digital economic transformation in Nigeria, in line with President Muhammadu Buhari's economic transformation agenda. Data Protection and Cybersecurity Conclave. Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Dr. Issa Ali Pantami, commends African countries for coming together to find a common platform to direct compliance in the cyberspace. Capacity building. Nitda trains 442 persons from 89 federal public institutions on national digital economy policy and strategy, plus our startup lounge this week is Big Drone. Stay with us as we bring you our news in details.
October has been set aside in Nigeria as Digital Nigeria Day to promote digital economy transformation policy. Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Dr. Issa Ali Ibrahim Pantami, at the maiden marking of the day, said the aim of selecting 24th October as Digital Nigeria Day is to take a critical look at how ICT can be used to develop Nigeria's economy and beyond.
The whole world is talking about digital economy, not only ICT, because ICT is a standalone sector, while digital economy is about the ICT sector plus digital services being provided. It is because of this we officially wrote a letter to Mr. President with a proposal of leveraging on digital economy to diversify our economy, and at the same time not only to rename the ministry, but rather to upgrade the ministry and expand its mandate in order to accommodate digital economy.
Heads of parastatals under the ministry applauded the minister's initiative in their goodwill messages.
Having the Honorable Minister of Communications and Digital Economy piloting and driving this journey, we are able to turn the challenges into delight, explore the possibilities, and exploit the opportunities.
Around the world, Digital World has been celebrated all over, but this is the first time Nigeria will be celebrating this day. And it's because we have a man like our Honorable Minister. So congratulations, the Honorable Minister, because exactly this time last year was when you were able to get the approval of the President to rename our ministry. And since then, there have been several achievements. Digital skills have been developed to be able to bring the youth to be able to tap into the digital economy, the global digital economy.
I want to thank the Honorable Minister for his excellent leadership and also in bridging the gap between knowing and doing.
So this, as I said, is the most unique kind of thing that we are witnessing today. And for this, I will congratulate the Honorable Minister for walking the talk. And obviously, this portends and shows that Nigeria in the future will be very much greater.
The event organized by Nitda was meant to align with President Muhammadu Buhari's agenda for a stronger and transformed economy that will be of benefit to Nigerians.
The Honorable Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Dr. Isa Ali Pentami, commended organizers and participants from other African countries for their initiative concerning the importance of data protection and benefits for Africa.
On the issue of data protection regulation, it is highly commendable that African countries will come together under this African Data Protection Conclave organized by Tax8 to discuss about how data is important to us, how we can protect our own data, how we can improve the confidence of our citizens when it comes to data mining, data collection, data management, and many more. It is important because sometimes data doesn't recognize border. It is because of this it is very important to have this kind of synergy, collaboration, and understanding on how to deal with data in our own continent.
Dr. Pantemiu gave the commendation at the virtual meeting of the first African Data Protection Conclave with the theme Personal Data Protection and Cybersecurity. Organized by Tax8 said the time was apt for such because it has relevance to digital economy.
The theme of the discussion is somehow connected to digital economy because it also speaks on the action points for the rise of African digital economy. Digital economy is very dear to me, and it is just like my baby in Nigeria.
Director General of the National Information Technology Development Agency, Nitda, Malam Kashfi Ino Abdullahi said he is optimistic that Nitda's model will help other African countries to grow their economy.
I will add that Africa's rise in the digital economy needs new and bold thinking. We are happy to collaborate with you from other African nations to share experience and cross-fertilize ideas.
On cybersecurity, Abdullahi said the Nigerian government has put in place the Cybercrime Prohibition and Prevention Act 2015 to curb the menace. NIDA, as Nigeria's IT regulator, had embarked on several awareness programs to enlighten Nigerians on identifying and preventing cybercrimes. Participants made suggestions on a regulator that will ensure transparency and confidence in Africa. The Director General of National Information Technology Development Agency, Nitda, Malam Kashfi Ino Abdullahi, has charged participants at the Bajbi training on national digital economic policy and strategy to utilize what they have learned from the training to champion the digital transformation of their various organizations in line with President Muhammadu Buhari's administration in digitalizing the Nigerian economy.
It is important when you are driving change, you start from the bottom as well. It's not always the best to start from the top. That's why we see it is important we start by engaging you to understand our direction. So, by virtue of your responsibility as a member of this group, you are our champion. You are the champion of National Digital Economy Policy and Strategy, e-government master plan, and digital transformation in your organization.
The Deputy Director, Information and Communications Technology, Court of Appeal, Sharif Usman, commended the efforts of the management of Nitda and urged all the participants to plan and deploy information technology infrastructure on behalf of the government that will provide the best benefit for the citizens, for the country, and hopefully launch Nigeria as one of the best countries in terms of advanced IT utilization.
There's so much you can achieve with information technology remotely without necessarily moving about physically. And so part of this event was also to sort of perfect that knowledge gained by participants so that moving forward, with or without pandemic, organizations can begin to learn on how to optimize their operations.
Some of the participants praised the government for the steps being taken on enlightening them on software acquisition and usage towards digital transformation of Nigeria.
We're pleased that finally Nigeria is coming into the digitization drive of making all our processes and services digital. It's a welcome improvement or welcome development for the organization of Nitda, what they've done for us today.
It's been very enlightening, and it has given us a direction to know with respect to software acquisition, how we can make use of using this software in our everyday different primary assignments. So it's comforting to know that we have an organization that we can meet, that will address our local content. So it's really heartwarming to be in this training.
A total of 442 persons participated at the 4-day capacity building training of Batch B of the Digital Transformation Technical Working Groups (DTTWG), organized by Nitda as part of its mandate on digital literacy towards a digital Nigeria.
This is Nitda Impact, your guide to a digital Nigeria.
Our startup launch today is BitDrone. BitDrone is a multi-sector drone service provider with core focus in agriculture, precision spraying, farmland mapping, and crop health monitoring with drones, oil and gas, pipeline surveillance, environmental degradation inspection, oil rig inspection, subsea oil facility inspection, infrastructure, mining site, asset management, solar farm inspection, wind turbine inspection, and construction survey.
My name is Confidence Odia. I'm the founder of BitDrone. Over the last 3 to 5 years, the federal government have provided several supports to my business, ensuring that we provide value to the farmers. As of 2017, the federal government gave us grants to enable us to acquire equipment to execute on the farmers in Nigeria. We also sponsored down to Dubai to ensure that we increase our own efficiency and build our human capacity to engage international companies to provide support to our business in Nigeria. And over the years, this has transformed into over 300,000 farmers being able to utilize our services and also engaging in cumulative land mass of over 30,000 hectares, thus reducing food for the general public and ensuring that farmers are also utilizing products. Within the last pandemic, the COVID-19, we also proposed most of our agricultural drones to ensure that we disinfect communities and aid the federal government in providing precision drones to spray communities, being the first nation in Africa to utilize special robots in combating the pandemic. We are grateful to Nitda, the OIIE, and the federal government led by President Muhammadu Buhari in supporting us all over the years. The following video demonstration will showcase all that we've done in Nigeria within a very short period of time. Thanks to the support from Mr. President, Nitda and OIIE, and the entire personnel of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you.
What an interesting startup, I must confess. Now to our tech tip. Basic tips to stay safe while shopping online. Number 1. Research on reviews of the online merchant before making purchase. 2. Ensure the website is secured with the SSL padlock logo. 3. Use strong passwords and enable 2FA for all online transactions. 4. Don't store your credit or debit card details online. 5. Avoid performing financial transactions over unsecured public Wi-Fi networks. 6. Disable autocomplete feature of your browser. 7. Be vigilant against fishy or bogus sites. 8. Study the company's policy to know your rights. 9. Keep software and virus protection up to date. And 10. Be wary of offers that are too good to be true. Now to our special report.
There is no doubt that today, the internet has become a platform where people with different personalities and different nationalities converge to carry out various activities, such as business, personal interactions, and much more. With such a huge level of international heterogeneity, a unilateral regulation coordinating the activities of the internet is nearly impossible. There is a clear lack of consistent and widespread regulation of internet and communication technology, particularly around data, privacy, and security. The effect of this on the state of the internet is crucial. Many modern-day businesses and services floated on social media sites are global in nature, and it can be difficult to determine the applicable jurisdiction. Information technology regulations or laws refer to legislation focused on acceptable behavioral use of technology, including computer hardware and software, the internet and networks. It is also referred to as cyber law or cybercrime law. Cyber law helps protect users from harm by enabling the investigation and prosecution of online criminal activities. In various countries, areas of computing and communication industries are regulated often strictly by the government bodies. In 2018, the National Information Technology Development Agency, Nitda, which is the nation's IT regulator, signed a Memorandum of Understanding with the University of Lagos to institute the Masters of Laws in Information and Communication Technology, LLM. The MOU includes an agreement that Nitda will provide financial and technical support, upon which UNILAG would enhance research at master's degree level in law and produce postgraduates with specialty in IT laws, putting into consideration the increasing degree of the relevance of technology in national and global sphere. The Minister of Communication and Digital Economy, Dr. Isa Ali Pantami, then DJ Nitda, said the MOU was necessary and important considering the serious challenge in the area of cyber laws or ICT laws. Nitda introduced 5 new regulatory guidelines for the IT industry in Nigeria. The issuance of the regulation was in pursuance of Section 6C of the Nitda Act 2007. The first regulation issued was the rule-making process of Nitda through this instrument, a clear process for which rule-making for issuance of frameworks, standards, and guidelines was established. The second was the Nigerian Data Protection Regulation of Nitda. The regulation empowers Nitda to issue regulations and monitor the use of electronic data, interchange, and other forms of electronic communication on all matters pertaining to government, commerce, and the private and public sectors. These guidelines provide the basis for which personal data of Nigerian citizens will be protected and managed. The third amongst the regulation was the guidelines for clearance of information technology projects, which includes MDAs, federal institutions, and federal government-owned companies. Section 6, paragraph ABC of the Nitda Act 2007 provides the basis for this guideline. The guideline sets the process to guide federal institutions in procuring information technology goods and guidelines. The guidelines has facilitated the saving of over 13 billion naira to the federal government of Nigeria. The fourth is a framework and guidelines for public internet access, PIA. It provides a framework and guidelines for providers of public internet access services to maintain appropriate system and policies to protect Nigerians who use these services. This regulation addresses the consequences of increasing availability of free internet access across the country and the unscrupulous elements that may take advantage of this system to compromise the cybersecurity of Nigeria or the possibility of misuse of citizens' data. Section 6 ABIM of Nitda Act empowers the agency to issue guidelines to ensure appropriate systems and practice are in place for use of information technology as a resource. The fifth and the last is a framework and guidelines for the use of social media platforms in public institutions. Through this regulation, Nitda will continue to monitor the use of social media for federal public institutions to ensure consistency and professional use of these platforms.
To talk more on the strategic intervention of Nitda in entrenching cyber laws in Nigeria, here is Nitda's Emmanuel Edit, Head of Legal Services and Board Matters Unit.
The purpose of regulations in the area of IT is to deal with issues that may arise as a result of the use of IT. And since regulations are more responsive than the full statutes that comes from the lawmaking organ of the government, is usually responsive to the immediate needs. And as you know, technology changes rapidly, and then we need regulations that will cope with the rapid changing environment, especially as far as emerging technology is concerned. It's not just about establishing regulations. You have to ensure compliance with those regulations. And this regulation has provided some form of confidence among Nigerians that in every electronic transactions or technological activities, their personal data is adequately protected. This is one of the basic requirements of doing business in any country, especially if we want to promote things like outsourcing. The essence is to protect personal data. For Nigeria, I think from our studies and the reports which we have issued concerning our activities in the area of data protection regulation, we've been able to build almost a 2 billion naira industry out of data protection, because our model of compliance was to get private sector participants who served as data protection auditors to be able to audit those who hold our personal data and make sure they are in compliance with our regulations. This single act alone provided jobs for teeming Nigerians, especially those who had training in data protection area. We also did a few things around public internet access. where we are trying to ensure that the government policy of KYC, which is Know Your Customer, is extended to free internet access, so that if anybody uses such free internet access to commit a crime or do anything that is nefarious, we'll be able to track the person and actually ensure that the consequences of such activities are dealt with.
It is important to understand that IT laws are not a separate area of law. Rather, it encompasses aspects of contract, intellectual property, privacy, and data protection laws. It is a subset of laws. Regulating the internet must be considered in the contents of geographic scope of the internet and political borders that are caused in the process of sending data around the globe. While calls have been made to have an internet that is self-regulated as being its own transnational, such calls are being supplanted by a multitude of external and internal regulators and forces in government and the private sector. Like any other law, ignorance of it is not a defense. Nigerians must acquit themselves of all the necessary laws concerning the cyberspace and ensure to be on the right side of it. The internet remains a valuable asset in the digital age, but the regulations guiding the use of the internet are tricky and will continue to evolve at a fast pace.
This is Nitda Impact, your guide to a digital Nigeria.
The world is rushing into the cyberspace, and it is very important to make it a safe space. With the constant evolving regulatory guidelines for the IT industry in Nigeria, Nitda keeps making the cyberspace safer for Nigerians. To get more updates on Nitda, quickly log into our website www.nitda.gov.ng or interact with us on our social media handles displayed right on your screens. Until we come your way, same time, same station. On behalf of the Minister of Communication and Digital Economy, Dr. Issa Ali Pantami, and the Director General of Nitda, Malam Kashifu Inua Abdullahi, and the entire management and staff of Nitda, we say thank you for watching and see you next week. I am Edith Young Frank. Bye for now.